What's up, everybody? It's Joe from Empire Music and EmpireMusic.com with Old This Week. We are just getting back to normal here after the greatest guitar sale ever. Thank you all so much for coming. We had like 300 some people through the door. It was wild. We donated 17,000 meals to the Pittsburgh Food Bank, just over 17,000 meals to the Greater Pittsburgh Food Bank. Really a great accomplishment. We can't thank you guys enough. We had a blast seeing everybody in the store. We gave away a ton of cool stuff. People got great deals on guitars. Can't beat it, right? So now we got to get back to regular business. We're gearing up for a big push through the end of the year. We have lots of cool used guitars in from trades. You know, you can always go to EmpireMusic.com and chat with us through the site. There's a trade-in portal there. Tell us about your trade-in. Tell us what you're after. Provide a label. We make it easy breezy. So without further ado, let's get to the guitars that you want to see. First one up. This is sweet. This is a 2021 Fender Custom Shop 51 NOCASTER. To me, like, when I think of like Fender guitars, this is the guitar I think of, right? When you think of like a Les Paul, it's a Cherry Sunburst Les Paul Standard. This guitar is just, to me, like, it is at the heart of Fender guitars. The two-piece select ash body with a 10/56 V-neck. Now, a lot of times we get questions about that, and it's like, so when you pull a net pocket on an older guitar, vintage guitar, they had stamped in there the month and the year. So this was based off of a neck of a October 1956 guitar, which is really cool. It's a quarter sawn double A flame neck. Look at that, tasty, tasty. Obviously in the NOCASTER Blonde. At RSD saddles, hand wound 50/51 Blackguard pickups, wired to, it's like a slightly modified 51 wiring harness. Is really cool. Super comfortable weight on this. It's absolutely beautiful. Just a NOCASTER has just a searing type of tone that's got so much just bite and clarity, but still has the body. It's just like one of those guitars you strum one chord through an amp, turned up on it, and boom, it's in your hands. Finish is gorgeous. It's in a this is in a Closet Classic finish. Fender has all these light relic packages, like really thin skin finish. You can tell the lacquer on it's really thin. So super resonant, really great guitar. Next one up, kind of falling in the 50s, a 59 Hardtail custom shop Strat in a 3-color chocolate sunburst finish. And this one's in a time capsule finish. So like Closet Classic is a slightly more worn than a time capsule. Time capsule is about as close to NOS as you get. Super light. What's really cool about hardtail guitars is you're not messing with the tremolo. So if you don't use tremolos, I never use tremolos. I think hardtails are super cool. You're obviously not getting into the body route where you have the extra weight of all that stuff back there. And the guitars tend to be hyper resonant. They're hand wound 59 pickups. This is an alder body with a riffs-on neck, maple neck, of course, 3A rosewood board with the clay dots. Really just a comfortable guitar. This is a 59D neck profile. You know, what's really cool about I don't think we'd like it today. We're so used to, like, you know, like, hey, how does the neck feel? Like, you want the guitars to feel consistent. Like, you buy a modern Fender American Pro 2, you don't want each neck to feel different. Right? Back then, when they were hand carving guitars, they had the luxury of kind of changing on the fly and offering these different profiles. So if you think about a 60s oval C, a C is more like this. Not as exaggerated. A D is a little bit flatter on the back, a little bit shorter walls. So a lot of times people think a D neck sounds like this big, thick neck, but it's actually pretty sleek because you're reducing the thickness front to back, reducing the walls. And this just feels great. It's gorgeous. I mean, 3-color sunburst and the chocolate kind of touch to it is just dynamite. So really pretty guitar, and it feels great in hand. Next up is the Sadowsky MV4 Metro. This guitar is made in Japan by the Sadowsky team. It's an ash body with their J pickups in it, and of course their Sadowsky preamp, which is going to play a role in the next guitar I tell you. Heel adjust here, maple neck, 1-piece, 7¼ inch radius. This is just a fine instrument. You know, these Sadowsky instruments have a very specific sound, which is going to lead me to this next Fender Marcus Miller jazz bass. So as the story goes, in the late 70s, Marcus took his jazz bass to Sadowsky and said, you know, make this the best it can be, right? And they wanted to put their preamp in it. And you can see why this outrageous pickguard, right? They just kept routing until they could fit it in. And we still celebrate this instrument to this day because now we have the Marcus Miller jazz bass, which is you know, maple neck, ash body, J pickups, the Sadowsky preamp built in. It's a really beautiful. And guess where this one's made? Japan. That's how you go about it, right? So really authentic, badass 2 bridge. Got the really cool block inlays on there, which looks, block inlays on a maple fingerboard are cool, and it's got the binding on the neck too. So tasty, and it's really, I always get excited about how guitars are kind of historically relevant to us and why the genesis of them and why you see things come through. This is a pretty cool marriage of those 2 instruments right there, giving us a little peek into how the artists at the time were playing instruments and what they wanted to mod and how they did it. And now you get the Fender signature model that takes care of all that for us. Next up, this is a this is a Road Series DRS2 from Martin with an armrest built into it, aftermarket from the original customer. Yes, you can take it off. Would I suggest it? No, because I don't know like what the adhesive, if it had discolored underneath there, but it is cool because it's super comfy. If you're like someone that sits on the couch and plays a lot and has always been kind of like uncomfortable with the line you get on your forearm from playing, this takes care of it. It's all solid wood, spruce and sapelli, top and back and sides. You have 5/16 inch non-scallop bracing with a rich light fingerboard, mahogany neck. This is a cool guitar. It's like $600. I mean, it's just like, it's a good quality instrument, plays super easy, totally dialed in. We're always dialing our guitars in, so you get a great playing experience and get to do something without, spending huge money depending on what your typical USA Martin would be. Next up, this is cool. This is a Gibson Studio Walnut Hummingbird. Hummingbird square dreadnought, J45 rounded shoulder dreadnought. So that's kind of the difference beyond the aesthetic. Walnut is really pretty. This guitar's a little played. You'll see there's like pick scratches here and here. I'm sure the site reflects that. Walnut gives you kind of like a rosewood type sound. It's full like rosewood, bassy, but it's more balanced. It actually, to me, sounds a little bit rounder and maybe sometimes a little fatter than rosewood, whereas rosewood gives you that big bass and that kind of top end sparkle. Walnut gives you kind of that fatness top to bottom. A Hummingbird standard would come with mahogany back and sides. So this being a walnut model gives you just a little bit rounder, fuller sound. It's all gloss. It's got the Hummingbird pickguard. It's got an LR Bags electronics package built into it. Grover tuners, mahogany neck, super classic. These guitars always sound and feel good. They're pretty, they're classic looking. You see that pickguard, you know what you're getting yourself into, right? And there's not a lot of question marks there. And last up, Breedlove. I feel like we've taken a lot of Breedlove on trade lately here. This is, I'm going to read it off here because there's an HC25 SR Plus. I sold a lot of Breedlove guitars back in my day when Breedlove was owned by Kim Breedlove. Solid cedar top. That's not cedar top, it's a solid spruce top. Our website says cedar right now. I'm gonna have the guys change it. This is definitely a spruce top, solid rosewood back, laminated rosewood back and sides with the Fishman electronics built into it, rosewood fingerboard and bridge, mahogany neck, Grover tuners. There's something, I can see it in here. You won't be able to see it, Brent, but you guys won't be able to see it unless you buy it, which is what you should do. There's actually a system here that goes installed from Breedlove that they put in their guitars that helps keep the bridge pulled down, longevity of the guitars in there. So that's all built into it. It's a very, just like pretty guitar, super comfortable body shape. You can kind of see like it's kind of like a grand auditorium, grand concert and mishmash. If you're a Taylor fan, and the action is like crazy low on these that we dialed. Look at that. It's a good. That's not a good gauge of action, but I was proud of the guys here for dialing that guitar in. We always want your trades. We're getting anything. We're getting so much new product here. I'm sure Anthony's knew this week is gonna be sick because we've gotten tons of new product in. Hit us up. We want your trade-ins. Go to the site. Tell us what you're trading in the trade-in portal. Chat with us. Give us a call at the shop, 412-343-5299. We're gonna get you the right guitar. We're gonna get you dialed in. We're gonna find you an amazing instrument and deliver it expertly here at Empire. I'll see you next week at Old This Week. Thanks for watching.